You know how it is. So we have Matteo with the fastest second sector at the moment. Matteo is in P2 currently. Maya with the fastest first sector. So let me get my data up. Because currently we have Maya and Matteo in one team, which is Cannonball, are in the front on pole. We have Wills and Medina, who are in the team Do More Better. Wills in P3, Medina in P7 currently. Capellini for 707 Motorsports. Doesn't have a teammate. Barros, World, and Ricketts are in Hyper Racing. Certo, currently in P13, is that Greek guy. That's his team name. Then we have a Belgium racing team that I don't know how to pronounce. Don't worry. I will not even try. Then we have Marin from Dark Crew and Team Gas 79 with Santo Nicola in P7. We do know the Belgian driver, though. That is Shidriga. He has Russian roots, so that's his last name is Shidriga. No, Polish roots, not Russian roots. Ah, Polish. And we have GG back again, the Australian. Currently in P6. Maya with a 32.5 is 4/10 away from his teammate in front. Very closely followed by Certo, who went from P13 to P3 in just one lap. Is very close to Matteo. Capellini behind that with already 0.7 seconds away in P4. Then we have Wills very closely behind Capellini in P5. GG in the 33 still. Santo Nicola as well. And then at P8. No, at P9. We're already starting to get the drop into the 34s. Probably some problems on Barros, who in free practice got a 36, so should be in the mix today. But in the qualifying, it's not really working for Barros at the moment. The owner of the Nitro Knights. I'm also not sure how he's playing. He might not be on controller or so. This might be a temporary solution that he's driving on right now. Two minutes left in this. Qualifying for the Formula Nitro. And Ricketts on P2. Ricketts putting himself on P2. On the soft tires. But I do believe that everybody is on softs right now. We have Capellini on hards. Don't know what that is about. We have Santo Nicola on mediums. Perez on mediums as well. Barros on mediums as well. Well, if the mediums work best, then hey, that's good. I actually like this track a lot. In, I believe, F1 2018, I actually had a record. Like in the top 50 or something. But it was a very specific category. I think it was Classic Formula. And it was China in wet conditions. I was in the top 50. Probably not anymore, but that was my way of learning how to handle like wet conditions in the F1 games. Worked pretty well for the classic cars. Did not work very well when we got to normal cars in the rain. Aha, Pshidriga hitting Cajiao. Ricketts still fastest first sector. He might actually still make the pole. Barros goes over the line with a 38. Remains in P16 for now. So let's watch Matteo with the fastest sector number 2. And we're going down to the straight for Jaden Ricketts. Let him run. Second sector is a purple as well. This is a good chance that he snatches pole from Maya. But Matteo actually just did the pole run with a 32.1. 4 tenths faster. Now let's see what Ricketts can do. Going over the line with a 32.107. That is beating Matteo by only 0.02 of a second. What a run. Let's go down the pit lane. Maya snatched it back with 3 thousandths. What? Look at this. Maya on pole by 3 thousandths of a second. Wild. Wild. All right. And we're lining up for the grid. In just a moment. I hope you're ready. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Formula Nitro 2026 Race 2. After Albert Park, we are now in Shanghai. Barros completing the grid. Perez, Shidriga, Cajiao from the Nitro Knights, Medina, Do More Better team, Gallego Nitro Knights, as far as I remember. Could be Cannonball as well. Marin, World for Hyperspeed, Hyper Racing. Always get that wrong. Santo Nicola, Capellini, Wills, G, Certo, Matteo, Ricketts, and Maya on pole. And it is go time. And Maya has a very, very good start. Very good start. Has the inside of the first turn. And let's see what he does with it. And we have already snatched a crash here. That's GN World. No way. The other Hyper Racing driver is out. Barros and Cajiao are side by side. We have a huge pileup right out of the gate. And everybody has to kind of get into the comfort zone again. We have some damage here and there. Some damaged front wings. And we are looking at the battle for P5 now. That is Wills for Do More Better against Santo Nicola. Making the move to the inside. Santo Nicola under attack. Will's almost hitting Certo there. But not quite. Let's see him getting closer and closer. Certo slightly going wide there. We're up on the straight. First lap is in. Ricketts and Matteo battling it out as well. Battle for P3. And GG tried the DRS. But you know DRS is not enabled for the first 3 laps, usually. Now it's enabled after the first lap. So GG has to go to the pits, and that could be a GG for him. Bye-bye. Have a good one. See you tomorrow on Faction Day. Yes, Faction Day is indeed tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. See you soon. See you soon. Gallego dropping down to P11. GG going for the move. Is not going to the pit immediately for his drive-through. I hope he knows that he has to go for the pit. Gallego making the move, trying to brake later. Does not have the inside. Does not have the inside. GG still running. World. Very close now. Making the move. It's very high-paced racing there. Capellini versus World. World has the outside, and he makes the move. And it looks to be a successful one. P9 for the hyper racing driver. Let's go back to Ricketts. Matteo and Maya. That kind of has concluded itself. Santo Nicola. It seems there was a touch here. I feel there was a touch here. I saw some smoke coming out. Battle for P5. Medina and Pshidriga. Pshidriga going for the move or not? No, only looking for the inside there. Quickly looking if there's something to snatch real quick. Santo Nicola, Medina and Pshidriga for P5. All in different teams. That's Pshidriga in his own Belgium racing team. Nitro Knights and Santo Nicola in team Gas 79. And Medina and Santo Nicola are very, very close. GG gets a stop and go for speeding, and at this point I think he will retire the car because this is ridiculous. His game is over. It's basically GG for him. Whew. But at least he has taken the drive-through. And you're watching the closest battle for now. Santo Nicola under attack by Medina. Very close racing here. And Pshidriga going wide there. It's very janky. Some of it could be a result of ping. But I feel moves are made very, very quickly here on track today. We're only 5 minutes in. And we're already seeing some wild overtakes and moves. Medina on the inside for Santo Nicola and goes wide. And we have a switchback. We have a switcheroo. Medina under attack even more now by Pshidriga, who is making the move. Not. Santo Nicola closes that door. Right then and there. It is so fast-paced. It is so fast-paced. Wow. Santo Nicola gets the move made on him by Medina, but... Oh, no, Pshidriga, but Pshidriga also overshoots. And Medina sets the car sides by side as well. A very close call here battling. Medina, I can see it in his eyes. He is mad. He is mad. Behind him, he does not have anything to fear for now. That's Barros. Santo Nicola goes wide. Shidriga goes through. And we're going down the straight. And that could be the potential overtake in the slipstream. Put the energy up. And push. We have a hybrid system in those cars, right? I actually don't remember. Matteo with the fastest lap of the race so far. 33.6. Nobody near that, I'm afraid, at the moment. 33.7 by Matteo. Ricketts with a 36 as his best lap is getting driven out by Maya and Matteo. They're doing a very well job here today on the track in the Cannonball team. Last race, they didn't have that much luck. Matteo was P4, Maya was P5. That's still fairly stable. Koba from Team Cannonball was in P3, but Team Cannonball did thin the team a bit, and Koba is, I think, without a team at the moment. Medina very careful on the curb here. GG was driving last time, finishing P8 overall. Today, he's not in the mix because of his penalty. And he is taking his penalty now. His stop and go. And that will put him back for sure. And GG disconnects. He retires the car. Not much use to keep on driving after 2 very, very harsh penalties. Is so far away that this would not make any sense. On the tire side, though, that's kind of interesting. We have Medina on softs, which is probably why he is getting the run on Santo Nicola here and there. But if we're just talking tire selection, Ricketts and Certo and Santo Nicola and World are on a better mixture. They're on mediums. They're probably running meds. I guess you could also run the meds to like 40 minutes. Basically let them be just a piece of rubber, barely a piece of rubber. And then run out with softs and run them till the end. I don't know what the strategy today is. Nobody on hards. Nobody on hards. A few on softs, a few on meds. And we will see what the strategy in the end will be. But Medina is in the active fight. Is on a softer compound. That will degrade rapidly now. After a few laps, we have a tire age of 5. I would assume that these softs will be barely usable. We will talk about that dive bomb in a moment. The softs will be barely usable in like 4, maybe 5 laps. They will not feel great. They will not feel great, guys. Medina with the absolute dive bomb. Did you guys see that? Let's watch that. Let's watch that. That was a crazy consideration, and Santo Nicola immediately sniffed that one out and went and stayed wide. Because look at that, he had to. And Medina also locking up here. That wouldn't have been a side-by-side. If Santo Nicola was adamant on his place on the track, on the outside there, Medina would have driven him out. Medina would have hit him. But in the end, Santo Nicola is probably saying internally, just give it to him. Give it to him. He is on a softer compound. He is going to pit very, very soon. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably running soft, medium, soft, maybe 3 times soft. I don't know. You can make 3 times soft work, I guess. Or Medina is running hards after this. Who knows? Who really can say what we will see in later parts of this? As for Cacciao and World, not Cacciao and Perez. Why is it doing that? I obviously want World and Cacciao. Why is it doing this? If I go... Okay. The system seems to be a bit broken. Cacciao Capellini, that also doesn't make any sense. Cacciao Gallego, what is going on? That is not what it's supposed to be. Let me see if we can get... Now it says Maya and Cacciao. Maya and Matteo. Now it works. 4 seconds between them. Going down the line. Closest battle right now is probably Cacciao Santo Nicola. Why is this not working? Why? There we go. 1.8 seconds. Cacciao is catching up on Santo Nicola. Santo Nicola is also catching up to Medina, but is not making the move just yet. And you see the battle very, very well right in front of you. Cacciao is here to get some points, and Santo Nicola and Medina battling it out right on the track here is actually giving Cacciao a brilliant opportunity for this. Cacciao with slight damage on the side pods, with a bit of damage on the front wing and the rear wing, which doesn't have to mean much, but with these cars, with a lot of wings, with a lot of aerodynamical features, it's very tough. Once the wing is slightly damaged, the aerodynamics don't work as intended anymore, and you lose a bunch of time. It's lucky since it's only very bright yellow. It's not much of a problem yet, but it could be a problem down the line. It's currently driving 35s, and Santo Nicola is under real attack now. Cacciao, Santo Nicola, 3/10. Santo Nicola has trouble at the moment. Cacciao with softs. Santo Nicola with mediums. The mediums should not give out just yet. And locking up with the softer compound is also not the best for degradation, flat spots, this and that. Santo Nicola in the slipstream, but can't do much, as Santo Nicola has to take the outside there. Or can he close the door? He cannot. Cacciao stays on it. Brakes earlier. Is that a switchback? It is not. Cacciao closes the door. Not much space there for Santo Nicola. And what we have also missed is that Medina made the move on Certo into P5. Let's go from the top to the bottom now. Wills actually gets a drive-through for using the DRS. Not a good day for do more better team. Yeah, not for Wills. This time Wills seems to be dropping out of the top 10. Medina currently running a very, very good race here, though. Going into P5. Looking good. So let's go from above, from the top to the bottom. We have both of the Cannonball team drivers in the front. That's Mayer and Matteo. They have at least 6 seconds as a team. Not 6 seconds, 15 seconds to the next team, which is Ricketts for Hyper Racing. Hyper Racing's teammate is D-World in P9 currently. So P3 and P9 for Hyper Racing. We have Pshidriga, who's driving on his own. is currently in P4. We have Medina and Cacciao for the Nitro Knights. Barros as well for the Nitro Knights, and Gallego. But I believe they will form a team then there soon in P11 and P12. For now, I think Cacciao and Medina are Nitro Knights. We have Certo, which is that Greek guy, drives for only the Drivers' Championship and is currently in P6. We have Santo Nicola Team Gas 79 in P8. Pshidriga goes to the pits. I feel his softs might already be done. I didn't see if he got a penalty. I don't think so. So Pshidriga gets pushed to the bottom. Barros makes the move on that. Is going for P9. We have Wills in P11. Is still in the pits. Waiting. Gallego as well. Goes into P11. We have Marin in P13 for Dark Crew. And Capellini 707 Racing Team, or 707 Motorsports. And Perez. Wills immediately gets another drive-through for DRS. Ay, my CPU says good night. Oh, Cacciao losing it. Oh no, and he did not hold the brake. And he hits Santo Nicola, who has a yellow wing now. I want to see that. Certo braking. Cacciao hitting Certo. Going and immediately being back. It's almost an unsafe... He's not joining the track. He is technically trying to get out of the track. But Santo Nicola exactly picked. Usually you pick the side that is not... you pick the side where the car is not pointing towards. Right? Because you expect the car to be on the throttle and not going in reverse. I think I heard that somewhere. I don't know. And immediately sets into the front. Even that would have hit Santo Nicola. Even if he held his brake, I think Santo Nicola would have not made that. Cacciao goes to the front. Hits Cacciao's front wing now. Yellow. Santo Nicola's front wing yellow as well. Unfortunate that we have such a crash here. But you are watching this for this. You're watching this for this. Wills is done with his drive-through yet. And I believe Barros was just pitting for meds. He might have been on softs earlier, and now after 20 minutes, I think the softs are barely usable. That soft compound is really, really fast and really grippy. You want that for qualifying and stuff like that. But you can't really drive long distances with it. You have to... They degrade quite a lot. And now he's on the yellow, on the medium compound. That should hold a bit longer. Potentially until the end of the race if he takes it a bit slow with the tires. But Wills is already contesting for that 11th place that Barros has. And it's getting closer and closer onto the straight. And I think Barros might get an overtake put into him. Cacciao pitting right after Barros, also in the Nitro Knights livery. So I think they're on the same strategy. But their strategy might just be moved. Barros misses. Barros misses the braking zone and slightly loses the car. Now he tries to fiddle himself in, and I think with that he killed Capellini. But he was in the front. I would almost potentially say that this was... You gotta expect someone to brake. I'm not sure about that. I'm not a steward. I can't say much about it. But that hit Capellini on the front wing as well. now Capellini is 2 seconds behind. Barros. Maybe more. Much more. Much more. Capellini, Barros, 5 seconds. That's how much he lost during that skirmish. Skirmish? It's a word. But the closest battle you're seeing right now is Cajiao against Marin. And The World, driving for Hyper Racing, is going for the pit. So I believe everybody who was on the soft compound before is now switching to mediums. I think the mediums still have some life in them. Barros and Cajiao are probably running soft. Might also... I think they're running soft. Cajiao was in the pit. He is still on softs. So, I do believe that's the strategy. Oh, and what is happening? D-World is losing it. And why is that? We have tire blankets. We have tire blankets. Medina vouched for that we have tire blankets. Or was that only for the TCR? It's a different compound, you know? Technically, the heart compound, the hearts have to get on temperature. If we don't have tire blankies on the formula, then the hearts definitely need some time to adjust to the track, get onto temperature, and then they still drive like shit. But World is going to drive that to the end. F1 without tire warmers is crazy. Well. But I mean, still, even if they're warmed in the pits, if you change them, they're still losing quite a lot of temperature anyway. Because, like, usually, like, when does the pit crew start to align for the pit stop? Like 30 seconds before they pick the tires and get them onto the pit box. Then you have another 10 seconds where or 10 is a bit much, but another 3-4 seconds where the pit crew is actually mounting the tire. And that's like almost 30 to 35 seconds where the tire is already cooling down quite a lot. So I would still say you're still going out there not with the warmest tires. But on the Assetto side, I don't know. I feel it might be a good challenge. Hello, Puto. Puto, did you give up? I'm not sure I can... Okay. There you go. Hello, Puto. Did you crash? Wait a minute. How bad did you crash? Okay. Okay. I just crossed the white line at the end of the pit entry. Gives you a TP. Okay. Hey, but so far, this has been a very, very cool race. Lots of fights. So, Medina, you are in the team with Wills, right? Wills also has problems a lot, by the way. Who is Gallego in a team with? Or is Gallego driving on its own? Where is he in here? Oh, he's under Nitro Knights. Because this is what Barros, so Oshi, sent me. And here Gallego is said to be Nitro Knights. But Barros is Nitro Knights now. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, not a good day. Not a good day for Do more better, team. Actually, a very, very bad day. Very, very bad day. We're not doing more better. It seems to be that is off for today. But very enjoyable racing so far. Ricketts is getting faster, which means he was probably... He is on whites now. On hards. Fighting Santo Nicola. You were in front, yeah. But then it happened, you know. So Santo Nicola... Was Maya and Ricketts, did they pit yet? Ricketts didn't start on hard, so he definitely pit. Cajiao actually had a bad rejoin earlier that definitely... He rejoined into Santo Nicola and Santo Nicola got damage. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Ricketts is planning on that. I think Santo Nicola still has to pit. But yeah, there was a bit of a rejoin earlier. Cajiao and Gallego in the slipstream, making the move on P6. He closes it up slightly. There's a lot of smoke coming, and we're almost halfway done. Cajiao repaired his car. Actually, the bodywork has been repaired. Zelda made me lose so much time on the first lap. Cajiao, 10 incident points. GG was retiring for getting 2 penalties. 1 drive-through for DRS, another drive-through for DRS, and then a stop-and-go for speeding, I think. Oh, the 2 Brazilians fighting. Let's see. Battle for P9. But World is on hard. Spados is on mediums. Yeah, I hope that stays. He's kind of... I feel like, especially on the pit stops, that has been good. We'll see if the strategy plays out for Oshii and if he can actually stay there. Or if he has to pit once more. Oi, 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 oi. Oh! World losing it as well, and Bados actually can make the move and getting pushed a bit. As we approach the hairpin, Bados on the outside there, braking very late and overshooting. World, on the other hand, had a much better exit there. Touching grass. Bados losing the car almost. No, he's losing it. Oh, that is so unfortunate. I thought he had it there for a moment. And Bados is getting overtaken by Mateo. There he is. The streamer curse. It might have been the commentator's curse, actually, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Oshii. I'm sorry. World? World waiting on Barros, letting him pass for some reason. I don't know. Maybe lost it himself. Maybe waited on Barros, but I wouldn't know why. Barros and Matteo, 10th and 9th. Very close fight between Santo Nicola and Gallego. It's going down. 0.6 of a second. Throwing the car in. Come on, come on. 30 minutes left in this race. We're halfway done. Now it will decide who has the best strategy. Which driver still has to pit? Which team still has to make a pit stop here in Shanghai today? And Santo Nicola is throwing it in and forces Gallego wide, making the move, but it's not clear yet. Gallego has the inside. He stays on his line. Cacciao definitely has to stop again because he is running soft so far. Santo Nicola in the active fight against Gallego. "27 minutes. We are a few laps in now. This is soft against hard compound. And Gallego is fighting tooth and nail to drive Santo Nicola out. Do you think he has it now? Santo Nicola has it. Goes wide. Gallego is still there. But cannot make the move successfully. As a switch. And now I think he lost the train. The slipstream for Santo Nicola. I feel slipstream should be about 5 to 4/10. That should be the really when effective slipstream is starting on the straight. I feel like 5/10 you need to like actually get for an overtake on the straight. 0.6? That's maybe when it starts, I feel like. But earlier when you were 0.6 away... Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Then we understand each other. 0.4 if you want to overtake. 0.6 is when slipstream genuinely starts and you can actually make some time towards it. Yes. So currently it stands. Let's go through the drivers. We have on the run, on the money, right on the money. On mediums currently, driving 35s at the moment. Maya, driving for Cannonball Team. We have Ricketts Hyper Racing in P2. Look at him go. And hopefully not spin. We have Pshidriga, P3 at the moment. On meds currently. Certo. Meds as well. No, softs. Softs currently. Cacciao on softs as well. Definitely has to pit once more. Definitely. Everybody on softs now should basically not make 20 minutes. I don't see it. I don't see it. Sorry. If they can, that's dandy, but I don't see it yet. Santo Nicola on mediums. Gallego on hards. Currently in P7. Gallego without a team at the moment, but maybe he finds some. Maybe he finds someone. Matteo, Cannonball Team, was running way in the front with Maya. Actually, 6 seconds behind Maya. Was running right behind him in P2. 15 seconds away from Ricketts. Now in P8, something must have happened. I am not sure what exactly was going on there. We have Hyper Racing. Teammate on hards, D World. On P9. Right in the points there is Barros, the other driver for Nitro Knights in the livery. In beautiful colors. Perez is trying to unlap himself. This is not for position. Barros Gives him a little tap there. I'm not sure what that was for. I don't know. This is not for position. So this is just him unlapping himself. We have Capellini for the Team 707 Motorsports. Marin for Dark Crew. Hey, maybe Gallego can join Dark Crew. That would be an idea. Maybe. We have Will still driving. The one driver from Do More Better team that is still driving. Medina, unfortunately, retired. Perez, no team whatsoever. Also Spanish. Maybe there is a team still building. With an oranged front wing and P14 running the soft compound right now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Medina in the pits. Very unfortunate to see. But it is what it is. 23 minutes. And we are blazing down the Shanghai circuit. Let me get... Just give me interval, please. Thank you. Cariao Certo, the battle is on, and the overtake is happening on the straight here. Woo! That Greek guy versus Nitro Knights, and Cariao can close the door. He is still staying to the inside because he probably unsure if Certo is giving him a bit of a bump if he doesn't do it that way. Certo for the pit. And going in now. Certo pitting. And gets a stop and go for speeding. That's unfortunate. And his stop and go he has to do. He puts mediums, but that is basically done for him. This will cost him 30 seconds at least for the stop and go. He cannot do that now on his pit stop. He has to wait for the next lap, and then he can do it. He can try it. I don't think it will be enough for the top 10. Well, top 10 might work, but oh, not that way. Not that way. Tire blankets are on, right, Puto? Tire blankets are on the formula. But it's, I mean, you know, that's the thing. You had soft compound now. You go medium compound now. They drive very, very different. You have an immediate loss of grip. You don't expect it immediately, and then it just goes wild. Just put a gun to Cariao's head to put the... Oh. Yeah, Cariao doing very well. But still has to pit. I like the idea of tire blankets off a lot. But everybody has to resonate with this, and it has to work with everybody. Who is fighting very close now. I think he's trying to drive out the softs as much as possible. Near puncture. And then having the last set of softs. Currently is driving... He's still driving 35s. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Matteo and World actively battling. And World with damage. Gallego Certo in pit for his stop and go now. Gallego in pit for a tire change for sure. That's not a penalty. Into the braking zone we go. World makes the move. He's closing in up. Nah, well, no. Matteo seems to have done a bit of a better exit there. And now D-World is losing track of Matteo. Certo, as I said. Why is he waiting so long? Looks like he pitted, but... Let's see if it's lifted or not. He had a stop and go. He still has a stop and go. He still has one. It's not lifted. Sergio going up, and that is it. That is it. Retiring the car. Sergio is out. Closest battle on the grid is currently on live TV here. Pschidriga versus Cariao, the Belgium driver. And Cariao pits. Cariao pits. Pschidriga for the team Brazilium Racing Squad. Might be it. Might be it. I hope it's not too far off. But that puts Pschidriga quite far up. And if he can make that on the mediums till the end, that might actually be dandy. But he has been driving it for 16 laps now. The mediums, I'm not sure they can take so much more. Maya on his tires for 15 laps now. Still in the front. Ricketts P2. Closest battle on the grid currently is Matteo catching up to Gallego. Well, then for Maya and Pschidriga, that time has come now. They might have to go in and change. It is not looking good. Absolute legends here today on the track. Barros! No! Barros gets a drive-through for speeding. And that puts the Nitro driver out of the top 10 for sure. Pschidriga in the pits, getting a new set of rubber. And he's out now. Careful with the pit exit here. I would not stress it that much. Oh boy. Pschidriga. Oh, was that a spin? No, it was not. No, it was not. If I hadn't screwed that, I'd probably be 6th considering... Yeah. I think you were high up. Definitely. Ah, well. 'Tis what it is. That's the problem with those F1 tracks. They are very often are bugged as hell and do stuff like that. It's unfortunate, but, you know, that is to be expected. Don't you go off track or try cutting something. It could be the end of the race. Oh no, that's a guarantee. They won't. Matteo against Gallego. It's happening. I think he had a much better exit there. And he's slurping that slipstream. Gallego goes for the defensive, but I feel like Matteo already made the move. That very close. That looked almost like a touch. And Gallego gets driven out. Beautiful entry there. Barros with the drive-through taken is in P11. And unfortunately, far away from the next driver on P10, which is Marin. That's 50 seconds at the moment. I don't think that is in. Sixth place is Matteo now. Just made the move. We have 12 minutes left in this race. And it's Maya who has not been pushed from the top yet. And with 60 seconds in the front, I feel Maya is running a very, very good race here. Still on his mediums, I believe. Yeah. Still on his mediums. And now Maya goes in. Maya for the pit. And for the last 12 minutes, Maya goes soft. Oh boy, here we go. And he has so much time to rickets on the hards that I feel Mayer actually has driven out himself some very valuable time. And Ricketts' strategy is not a winning one with the hards going soft and hard. But that's okay. Second place is still huge. Santo Nicola is driving these mediums for 29 laps, apparently. I don't want to believe it, but he might. He's driving 37s. Those tires are basically done for. Those tires are basically done for, but he is on third. And Cacciao is looking at that as an opportunity for the podium. Two seconds. And Cacciao is lapping about 2 seconds faster than Santo Nicola. Which means in the next 10 minutes, there is definitely going to be some battle. And as I say that, Cacciao goes and loses the car completely. Goes back into P5 against Pschidriga. Rejoins the track. And lost a bunch of time. And now, the dream of the podium for the Nitro Knights today is over. 10 seconds. 10 seconds? It's not even 10, it's 17 seconds in 10 minutes. I know where the good stuff is. I know where the meat of the race is. So, I'm pointing the camera exactly towards that. It's a bit unfortunate that it happens to be your guys. But, yeah. Gallego. 1.5 seconds away from Matteo. Matteo already made that move, and he should be slightly faster than Gallego at the moment. We'll see if that is truly true. Marin in the pits currently. Capellini is catching World. Something is wrong with World today. Something is definitely wrong with World today. Half a second. Yeah, you see, that is trouble. that is trouble. Capellini wants to make the move and loses the car. Oh! And behind is traffic. Behind is traffic, by the way. Maya with the newest fastest lap of a 33.3. Capellini losing it. In 8th gear, we're letting the car scream. Capellini going for the move on world. Probably very soon. Cagliao with more problems. 12 seconds. 12 seconds to Pshidriga now. That was 10 earlier. Santo Nicola is getting slower. Pshidriga might have a chance to make the move into P3. World on his hearts. And we have a bit of a battle here. We have a bit of a battle. Capellini has the outside. And he closes the door. Or does he? Side by side. Side by side still. Little bump there. Into the braking zone. World does not want to give it up. But he has to now. He has to now. Capellini in the front. Makes the move into P8. D-World into P9. That battle seems to be very much over. And now for the podium battle. And Pshidriga goes wide. And Pshidriga stays wide. And he can't catch the car back. His tires are 5 laps old. Ricketts just pitted for new soft tires. Mayer remains first place. Santo Nicola is in P2 with mediums that are as old as the full session. The whole race he has been driving it. He has not pitted yet for tires. Pshidriga was getting close, but now he isn't anymore. Ricketts might still have a chance to catch Santo Nicola. And I feel very strongly about that. Ricketts is going to catch Santo Nicola for sure. He's on fresh softs. Santo Nicola is driving 37, 38s. And that's fresh softs. He already has them. He just has to see how to make the move. And Santo Nicola is not going to make this easy on him. Or is he? Or is he? He is sliding out and losing the car completely. What a move! Pshidriga on the pole is on the podium as well. Wow! Wow! Holy shit! Stop cursing, people. It's my job. That's my job, and I'm very good at it. I'm very good at it. Pshidriga on P3. Pshidriga on P3. We have 3 different teams on the podium. We have Cannonball Team, Hyper Racing, and Brazilium Racing Team. Gas 79 behind that. Nitro Knights behind that. Wow. Simply lovely. Absolutely beautiful what we see here at the end of the race. It is crazy to me what we have been seeing here today. That is a beautiful race in China. Unfortunately, that some people had to leave their cars and retire from the race. But this has been an absolute awesome race. I loved every second of it. Woo! Into the braking zone we go. And Pshidriga might actually stay P3. I don't know who else would catch him but Cagliao. And Cagliao had the podium. And he just lost it himself. Ricketts. Ricketts in here today for P2. And those are some very, very valuable points that he gets today. In the championship, he is already in the Drivers' Championship. Ricketts is already first. And with him, actually making second today. I think he will remain in first place after this. But the race is not over yet. And Kakiao has a chance now to go for P4 at least. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Wow. And he is catching Santo Nicola. There's no doubt about it. And on the next straight, Santo Nicola can't even do anything against it. Can't do anything against it. Look at that. Well, 0.6 was not enough to get into it. But he is braking and looking. And Santo Nicola is under threat. The leader of the race is behind Kakiao. That might result in us seeing another lap or not for Kakiao and Santo Nicola. And Kakiao is locked in. Goes for the inside there, or at least tries it very, very close. Old mediums against a bit newer mediums. And Santo Nicola is ready for the fight. He is not giving up fourth place just yet. Or is he? He might still get some slipstream out of it. 1 minute left in the race. And he is in the slipstream, but he doesn't use it. Those tires are just a very thin piece of rubber. And a rim. Not more than that. Kakiao making the move into P4, and I think that was successful. I believe that was successful. Santo Nicola cannot answer anything on that. For Maya, it's the last lap. If nothing happens on the fuel side, then I feel this is it. Soft tires. Soft, medium, soft, I believe. It was the way to go. No, medium. No, soft, medium, soft was the way to go for Maya today. And still bringing in those consistent lap times. What a race. There's Santo Nicola in front. We are in overtime already. And I feel that is going to be it. Santo Nicola almost losing the car. Those tires are done for. Maya making the move. And we have this beautiful, beautiful picture of this car dropping it in on the last few turns. Last turn for Maya. There it is. And we're done with it. Finish! Maya wins on Shanghai. Ricketts. High probability of getting second here. Shidriga third. Kakiao fourth. What a beauty. Perez and Matteo already in the over the finish line. Santo Nicola was 6th, no 5th, so Matteo might still get some points, but not many. For the team championship, I think Cannonball probably has the best in terms of the standings. And there, Ricketts in second, over the line. I would be very, very careful here. Okay, Pschidriga out as well. Kakyao should be extremely careful now, because if he hits the wall, well, because he already had a high incident points, might have gotten a penalty. What a beauty! What a beautiful race. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.